So today we're going to talk about some of my favorite newborn and infant toys. I'm Kelsey Boss, pediatric physical therapist, and I'm here with my 5-week-old. So these are all toys straight from our house in our nursery that we love to play with our first, and that we're excited to gift to our second. I think a lot of times you get bombarded with recommendations. And so when you're thinking about toys to get, we want to get things that are going to last for a while. And those first months or two, of course, they're not grasping yet. So the toys that we use early on is a mirror and high contrast cards. So this is one of my favorite toys to get because it folds flat, it's lightweight. Of course, it's a baby safe mirror. It's not an actual mirror that could break. And then you can flip these to different high contrast cards. And then as he gets older, there's different coloring options. One of the reasons I like this is because it's so portable. So while I'm taking a shower or getting ready in the morning, I'll just pick this up from our playmat in the living room, pop it up with either the mirror or the cards, and he'll just lay on his side or his tummy and hang out staring at it while I get ready. So months 1, 2, this is really one of the only things I think you need. One other thing that we've used a lot early on is this noggin stick. I really like this. I normally don't go for any toys with any sort of electronics, but the light up option in the noggin stick is really great, especially while they're little, because while they're little, they don't have the eyesight to see the attention to detail. So tracking a light, or again, the high contrast. So this has every option in one: mirror, high contrast, black and white, and high contrast red, and then the lighting option. And so we keep this on our diaper bag as kind of our on-the-go option when we've been at the pediatrician or things like that. And I can tell he wants a little bit of stimulation. We use this one. Now, if you're looking for things to put on your registry that they're going to love, we're going to go through these even though he is not quite old enough to play with them yet. So grasping toys are really important. I love the ones that O-Ball makes. They're super easy for them to hold on to. And then this is another one of this is the Manhattan Baby Grasper. So these are kind of two of my favorite grasping toys that we use a ton in the clinic for developmental as they start to learn how to grasp. I really like this one because it's too big to hold with one hand while they're little or a couple of months old. So they'll hold it with both hands and they'll start to get that fine motor manipulation, and it encourages the hands to midline, which is a really important developmental skill. So anything where they have to hold on with both hands is going to bring them from this position that they sleep in a lot when they're little to that midline grasping position. Now, wobble toys are one of my absolute favorites. If you have watched our Little Rollers course, you'll see us talk about different skills that they need to progress from tummy time to rolling, and weight shifting is one of those skills. And so the reason I like the wobble toys is they don't fall over. And so it'll encourage them to weight shift on their arms and they'll try to knock it over. This little penguin is one of my favorites. It makes noise and they'll have a ton of fun playing with it, knocking it around, trying to elicit that sound, and then he just pops right back up, and so they'll weight shift again. So this is an absolute favorite for tummy time play. This is another one of my favorites that will grow with them. So you'll hear me say that a lot. Babies change so quickly. So we want toys that's going to take them through all those stages if you are spending money on it. So this is the Rolio. It makes a little bit of noise when it shakes. It's a great sensory exploration toy. And then also it'll roll away. So in my little crawlers course, I talk about toys that roll. They'll roll it, they'll be playing with it, they'll accidentally nudge it away, and then they'll want to try and catch up to it, and it'll encourage them to crawl. So the Rolio is one of my favorites for that. The from the same brand as the Rolio is this. I love this little set. It comes in a nice little travel bag. It's by Fat Brain. These little toys are great, especially once they get older. I love them for restaurants. Anything that you can pop in a diaper bag. These are teething friendly. Again, sensory toys. This one your little kids are gonna love. They will spend all day watching it spin up and down. And again, when you're thinking about it growing with them, when they're 5, 6 months old, they may just watch it. And then as they're toddlers, they're actually going to want to spin it, take it apart, put it back together. This is another favorite in that set that you can buy individually or in the set. It's a popper toy. And so they will have a lot of fun popping it. Again, bright colors. They will have moved past the black and white by this point, and they can hold on to it, grasping, and work on some fine motor popping skills. Of course, teethers is a favorite. His stocking this year is going to have a couple of fun teethers. Sophie the giraffe, I don't know what it is about Sophie the giraffe, but I have never met a baby who does not love Sophie the giraffe. And so she's a great teether toy that they can have from early on. And then she also squeaks. And so when they're little, they can teeth it, they can manipulate it. It's easy to wipe down. And then they have the extra squeaking. Last things that I really love in kind of my arsenal of toys are sensory books. So these are the indestructible books. They literally are indestructible. We've had quite a few of them with our first, and they have all lasted and are sitting waiting for him. And then from a sensory perspective, I love the Tails books. They all have different texture. The paper makes the crinkle sounds that they can play with. And then lastly, for that newborn stage, the black and white. So there's a couple of black and white books out there on the market that are really good. I like this one because it's wooden. And so as he gets more active and more exploratory, if he starts to put it in his mouth, it's not going to disintegrate like some of the paper cards or pages. And so this is one of my favorites. And then the black and white teether. So these are all, and really we don't keep many more toys than that in the first couple months. You don't need lots of toys. You just need a few high quality toys. They fit in a small basket. One of my favorite toy recommendations is to get little bins with them. And so I keep one bin in my bathroom, one bin in the TV room, and one bin in the playroom. And no matter where our family is, there's a couple toys to reach and grab that will avoid us being tempted to go to screen time or a device like a swing. So comment below your favorite toys for those first 6 months and what questions you have, and happy shopping.